Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Lita. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be sharing with you tonight my One Book July experience. I'm going to do a little flip through. Um, this is my Chic Sparrow Hemingway collection, Madrid, in a size wide. Before this, I had pretty much always carried an A5. So I had been wanting to downsize, but I got these A6s and I couldn't do it. So I ended up getting a wide and I decided that the wide is what I was going to use for July. So that's part of what my One Book July experience is. To go inside of here, what I did with One Book July, in my other video I explained how I deconstructed. While everybody else is using literally one book, whereas that's what I normally do, I deconstructed and decided to focus on some specific areas. So inside my wide, what I actually did was I was carrying 3 of these Moleskine large Caheirs. One was dedicated to health and nutrition, and the other one was dedicated to finance. These were the areas I really wanted to focus on. Things that weren't broken, that I decided I wanted to keep and carry with me, was I needed a space to do my journaling, which is writing and creative expression. And at the same time, I also wanted to still have a place where I could keep my monthlies and yes, to have my monthlies and a monthly overview as well. So I'm going to put this baby aside for a minute and I'm going to go really quickly into, this was health and nutrition, and I'm going to talk to you about what did work. There's some of my spreads that worked. First of all, let me start with page 1 is a quote. The quote page worked. It's always worked. I've always enjoyed the quotes. And today, earlier, I went into my commonplace book and I made a section for quotes for being body positive, for inspirational nutrition or fitness quotes. So I made a couple different categories so that I want to put more quotes into my book, because I find that seeing the visual and the reading, it suits me. What else did work was setting goals was good, but I overdid it. I'm the kind of person that I set a goal, I need to feel success. I need to feel successes. So I need to set realistic goals. And for me to make 4 goals in 1 month was not realistic. But what happened is, usually what I'll do is that if I have a task for myself, I will work on it. And when I feel that it's established and I'm doing well, then I'll add another one. So for me, reincorporating hydration, 6 to 8 glasses daily, is something that I did in here in tracking that did work. So another thing that worked tremendously, which I was surprised by because it had been suggested in the past by my partner and I didn't do it, because in the past I've tried this before, menu planning, and it just didn't do anything for me. But you know what, actually I don't think it was menu planning in the past that I had tried and didn't do. It's tracking everything that I eat in a day that was not a thing that I enjoyed. But so menu planning, I do actually enjoy it, but I am putting it to paper now, along with creating an ingredients list in advance. And the key part of this isn't just this. This is definitely 50 to 75% or so, but the next step, which is really critical, is that I share this information with my partner, and my partner is very supportive of wanting me to feel healthier, and so definitely being supportive with me on this. I'm going to find a spreadsheet for this week that has not been filled out yet. Okay, I created this today. This for this week. I write whatever I eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, any snacks that I eat, the water that I drink. One of these drops of water actually equals about 3 servings of water. So if you see 4, don't think it's just 4 glasses. That's actually really 9 glasses of water today. These are coffee cups, And you don't see them on here yet, but I would draw something that would be like a wine glass or a martini glass in here, and it would reflect if I have any drinks, any alcoholic beverages, and to track that as well. And if I drink something, then I would fill it in. And I will show you a month, a week. See, it was working. It's been working. Ooh, I was drinking a little there, trying to limit myself to 2 cups of coffee. Any of the snacks, any of my meals that I ate, I was putting in there. And I enjoyed this. It was good. Like I said, the menu planning, fantastic. Went well. I'm going to show you my activity thing. It wasn't working well for me, and I adapted it in the month because it's supposed to track the day, the activity, and the duration. And I wasn't having very much success, some, but not much, with doing cardio stuff. And instead of, I like to feel successes, like I said, so I try to turn it to a positive. I realized the one thing I do every day is walking. So I put my steps in my miles, and I've been recording that. And now that I'm doing that regularly, I feel confident that now I will be able to add more and be feeling positive about it. So yeah, here it is. And I'm calling it Live Life Fit. I'm calling it that. So also, what else? Those are the things that did work. I'm not even going to bother with the things that didn't work. I tried to do this habit tracker thing, and I drew it out, and I numbered it, and I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do with it. Literally, that's how it went. And then I remembered, and I tried it a second time, and it was still a fail. So moving on. That was health and nutrition. It was awesome. I like it. I will eventually, when I go back to one book, I will put this in what worked into my one book. But because there's pages left, I'm going to do this again in August. Finances. What I learned in One Book July was that I want to have a book for finances. I want a book that's dedicated to it, and I want it to live in my house. I don't feel the need to carry it with me everywhere. Anytime that I spend something, I can open up my journal and I can just write down $2. I didn't spend anything today, so I don't have to write anything down, but I could write down $2 coffee, $3 taco. I mean, I'm not buying a $3 taco or one taco, much less for $3 anywhere, but you know, you get the idea. I could just write it down in my daily, and then when I get home, I can put it in here. But when I started One Book July, I couldn't show you my spreadsheets because they already had personal information in on there. But this is a general idea because I'm going to keep doing this. So I just remade it kind of like for August. It was a monthly budget savings spreadsheet. It had a place for my bills with a due date, projected amount that was due, and the actual amount, and then totals. A place for my deposits from work related for what I make at work. And I have a thing here for 401k, which I can't share to you, that I have much more extensive in here that it has information related to each account. And that took a long time. It's something I was working on for like a couple of months because I had multiple accounts and I needed to reconnect with those accounts. I kind of had been ignoring them and not paying any attention, didn't even know what's going on with my own money. So I collected all that information and compiled it into one space. And then now I plan to share that information with my kids so that, you know, hopefully nothing happens to me, but should it happen, they know, hey, there is all this money and don't leave it on the table, go and get it. The rest of this is like, this top part is about goal setting. In here, for example, that I want to go to Spain and I want a cello. And I want that cello sometime in August, and Spain will be in April, hopefully, I'm thinking April 2020. My cello, I'm thinking August this year. And so you would put what is your total goal amount, and then based on what today is and how many months from now, you would divide it. And this is the amount per month that you need to save. And then over here, I would put the actual for number 1 and number 2, and then what the goal balance is. So you never know. Maybe I want to, my goal is, let's say it's $3,000 for the cello, and I want it by next month, and I haven't saved it, and I only saved 200. That means I need to come up with 2,800, right? So, you know, you get the idea how that works. Then down here is just a simple financing balance sheet. Something I can share with you that was, this is what I was talking about, that I don't need to carry this book. Like, I was using the spending tracker. I'm going to give you a quick flash. It's a lot. Everything that I spent, I wrote it down. But I can do that in my dailies and then come and transfer it in here. I don't need to carry this for that. Something else that I did that was fun was I had a ways to save a don't and a do column. And I would be like, don't buy coffee at the bodega. Do make coffee at home. Don't go out to eat lunch at work. Do bring your lunch to work from home. And I made a list, like as I thought of different ways to save. Don't buy hair products. Use what you already have first. So as I came up with these ideas, and you know, I wrote them down, and then at the end of the month, I went and I highlighted through the ones that I was successful at. This goal section, I don't really know if I need it. It was just some place for me to write simple financial goals, like create a savings account. I don't know. Put more in my savings account, something like that. The ideas section, I'm always brainstorming, I'm telling you. And I had all kinds of like business plan related stuff and that's why these post-it notes are here, because I did this and now I need to put this stuff in here. Those were the things. So what was successful about financial book is that I decided I actually want a financial book, and I want to keep it separate, and I wanted to keep it at home. And that was good. And I was happy about that. My journaling is not something that changed. I was not used to using a small insert like this. I'm used to using a large book. Like I said, I did A5, and they're usually hardcover books. So this is the first time for me with a softcover book. I put this Jane Davenport decorative paper stock, cardstock on here, like, and little kind of a pocket, messy for stickers. I still created a little cover page for my month, and I had a little gratitude page, which I realized I could actually just incorporate into my actual dailies, that I don't need to have a gratitude, but I might keep it because I just kind of like it. A running task list, which I realized I don't need to put into my daily journal because I have this monthly planner, and I can put my task list I discovered here in these 2 pages. I can also put projects in here, and I may keep the hustle in there because I need a lot of pages for hustle. My hustle is a brain dump. It's not hustle like do multiple things in a day and overwhelm yourself. It's more like things that bring you joy, that you want to have in your life, and go get that. Other than that, this is just me journaling. It's me writing and using ephemera, whether it's washi or something from a book in a mall that my partner picked up for me, or throwing down, literally splashing watercolor and then doodling with ink on top of it, pencils, doing tip-ins. That's from work. Somebody left it in the staff lounge, and I was like, geez, this is lovely. I must have this, and put it in my journal. Jennifer Harvey seducing me with his waypoint pouch. Tip-in saying, Jennifer Harvey is seducing me with his waypoint pouch. Just sketching ideas, bullet journaling basically. Yeah, so that works. And my monthly planner doesn't need explanation. It's from Moleskine, It gives you the the month with each day if you want, and also it gives you the month in this way, which I kind of prefer, and a couple of blank pages in between to work with. So that is how One Book July went. I loved my Hemingway. I used it every single day. I carried it with me everywhere, and it was a great success. And I hope your One Book July was also a success. Even if you learned what you didn't like more than what you did like, it's still learning what you liked, because you know I don't like that. I do actually like this, and I'm going back to that. So however it worked for you, I wish you well. I hope you will join me. I will be doing more videos related to journaling, maybe writing, it may be art, drawing type things, it may be doing layouts in the future. I don't see that being so much for August, but I also could do some unboxings, maybe some leather care. But enough about that. You have a good night. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If not, leave some constructive criticism so I can improve. Let me know how your One Book July went, and if you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer. Good night, everyone.